that has been recorded for special specimens of this dime reaching an unbelievable $86.5 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 1968 Liberty One dime can today be worth more than many luxury estates, rare art pieces, and even some historical treasures. To understand why this coin carries such extraordinary value, we first need to travel back in time to the year 1968. The United States was in the midst of great change socially, politically, and economically. The country was experiencing the Vietnam War, the civil rights movement was shaping a new America, and cultural shifts were altering the way people lived and worked. Amid all of this, the mint continued its important role of producing the nation's coinage to keep the economy running smoothly. The dime at this time carried the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had been honored on the dime since 1946 following his passing. By 1968, the Roosevelt dime had already become a trusted and familiar coin, but little did people know that some of the 1968 dimes would one day become some of the most expensive coins in the entire world. The design of the 1968 Liberty dime remained faithful to earlier Roosevelt dime issues. On the obverse, it features the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt with the word Liberty positioned to the left and the national motto "In God We Trust" displayed proudly. The date 1968 is struck clearly, and beneath Roosevelt's neck rests the initials JS for John Sinnock, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint who designed the dime. On the reverse, the design showcases a torch at the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength and independence. This powerful imagery reinforced the ideals of America during a time of both conflict and hope. But where the story of the 1968 dime becomes fascinating is not just in its design but in the way it was minted. 1968 was a transitional year for U.S. coinage. The mint had recently removed silver from most circulating coins, meaning that dimes, quarters, and half dollars were now being produced primarily from a copper-nickel clad composition instead of 90% silver as before. This shift in metal composition, combined with the adjustments in minting processes, led to several rare varieties and mint errors that make certain examples of the 1968 dime highly collectible and immensely valuable. One of the most important details to note about the 1968 dime is its mint marks. In 1968, coins were struck at multiple mints including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. For the first time in decades, mint marks were restored on U.S. coins, and these tiny letters carried big meaning for collectors.